Hi, this is Brendan from Watto Training, and in this tutorial we take a look at handling learner-driver inquiries for Class C. Just a note before we proceed, this presentation is general in nature. Please see your state, territory relevant government website for specific information. Example number 1, our learner is Stephen William Jones. Now, some initial questions that I would be asking Stephen is to confirm his eligibility to commence training. I'd find out which area or suburb he lives in. We'd find out whether he wants a manual or an automatic license. Also find out if he is planning on doing any driving with a supervisor, for example, mum or dad, could be a relative or a guardian. In that case, being his first drive, he may wish to do keys to drive if the trainer is eligible to deliver it. Or the second consideration is if Stephen doesn't have access to any supervision, it might mean he's doing more training with the instructor, and further it also might mean that he is in a position where he gets some supervision hours with a community agency or similar group. So let's have a look at what his responses were. So he is Australian, he is 16 years of age, he wants an automatic C-class license, he's in Cairns, and he has 0 logbook hours, so we would commence basic training. Okay, then I'd also just check with Stephen, do you have any questions for me as the trainer? Do you have any particular concerns? He might be very nervous, he might be worried that we might be going to heavy traffic straight away. I would try and ascertain his emotional state as well. Just some further notes, I would reassure the student, I'd speak in a supportive tone, don't make any promises that I can't keep. Build his skills up, build his confidence up, build his competence, and make the note that it will take time, but we'll take it one step at a time and enjoy the learning process, building that rapport together to our common goal, ultimately for him to get his license. Our second example is the learner Bernie Brown. Now, some initial questions I would go through with Bernie. Which area do you live in? Do you want a manual or automatic license? Who have you been driving with? Mum or dad? How has that been going? Ascertain the driving environment. Was it stressful? Was it positive? What sort of driving have you done with a supervisor? Ask the applicant to elaborate. Was it in traffic? Was it just to school and back each day? And when have you been driving? To school and back, on Sunday mornings, and so forth. Inquire further about the training environment. Have you covered traffic? Have you covered high speed? And also, have you done any manoeuvres? Ask the applicant to elaborate. Which manoeuvres have you been doing? At what level? Introductory? Have you only done a few or have you done a lot? Find out the confidence level and skill level of the applicant with the manoeuvres. And finally, find out when the applicant will be eligible for their driver's license. Where do you want to do your driving test? Let's take a look at Bernie's responses. Example number 2, Bernie is 21 years of age. Nationality Australian, location Strathpine in Queensland. He wants an automatic license and he's done 80 logbook hours. I would give Bernie the opportunity to ask me any questions and find out if there's any specific parts of his driving that he's worried about or would specifically like to work on. I would reassure the student, speak in a supportive tone. Don't make promises that I can't keep. For example, you'll definitely get your license first go. I'd be building his driving skills, building his confidence, building his competence. It will take time, not as much as the first example, but I would take it still one step at a time, enjoy the learning process as we prepare for that test date and also beyond. This has been Brendan from Watto Training, wishing you safe and happy training.